Greetings. There are two subjects I really hate: religion and politics. Let's talk politics real briefly. I hate this season. Right now, next week, we're going to be voting for Senate, Congress, whatever. And I don't watch much TV. Matter of fact, almost none. What I do watch are my Syracuse University football and basketball games. I watch those. I watched the World Series, the last game, because the Red Sox were playing and they won. So I mainly will watch sports things, and that's it. I don't watch any real programming. But during this time of year, no matter what you're watching, you're going to see political ads. And in general, they're horrific. They are just terrible. People lie. They are lying. I hate to say that, but they are. And it's not just them. It's not just the candidates. There's these PACs that they have, political action committees. And you see the things that they're saying, and they're lying, or they're giving you, half-truths. And it just gets irritating. And it doesn't make me wonder, but it makes me question this job of politics when basically people have to lie and see if they can tell the better lie in order to get elected. Very few folks really will come out and just tell you the truth and see what happens. Now, there have been a couple across the country who I've been impressed by. I've been impressed by the guy running for governor of Florida, Andrew Gillum. Oh my God, what a breath of fresh air this guy has proven to be. I mean, he's just calling it out as it is. He's basically saying, hey, look at the racist stuff this guy has done. No one else has ever done that before against someone they're running against, but he's calling it out. And the other guy is basically sputtering because he's got his own history behind him. You can't beat that. Doesn't necessarily mean that Gillum is going to win the governorship of Florida, but it's a breath of fresh air that he's telling some truths. And he's not allowing anyone to tell lies about him. For instance, there's an investigation of the city he's mayor of right now, but he's not been investigated. Yet, the other guy, whose name I can't even think of right now, is basically running ads saying how corrupt he is. But he's not being investigated. He's not even part of this. So, it's a direct lie. There are the lies about healthcare. There are the lies about taxes. There's the lies about abortion or anti-abortion. There's the lies about immigrants and immigration. There's just tons of lies. It's just tiring. On both sides, by the way, but it's just a bunch of lying. So, here's my question. If you're looking to be in a leadership position, and, politicians are leaders of their community, regardless of what we may want to think, they are. But if you're looking to be the leader of something, are you willing to lie about it? And if you're going to work for someone like that, do you want to work for someone who's a liar all the time? I was in management for 18 years, and I've been a consultant. Oh my God, I'm getting close to 20, but I'm not quite there yet. And the one thing that I've prided myself on is that I've never lied to get anything I needed. There's just no point to it. I've always been honest. Now, I have not told everything. For instance, many years ago, when they were looking to change the payment structure, not the payment structure, they wanted to see if people wanted merit raises. And I said to everyone, you really don't want merit raises. Trust me on this, you don't want it. But everyone thinks that the job they're doing is better than the job someone else is doing. Everybody thinks it. And I said, you're going to be sorry. So I was in the meetings with the managers and the C-suite people, and they had already voted to go that way. They said, well, everyone wants it. I had to keep quiet for 2 weeks because then they had to figure out the structure. So I didn't tell them what was coming, but I knew it was a bad idea for them. And it turned out to be a bad idea for them. And later on, someone asked me, well, if you knew because you were in the meetings, why didn't you say something? I said, it wasn't going to change anything. You had already voted and said you wanted it. They passed it. I told you up front, this was not something you were going to want. This is on you. But I didn't lie to them. A couple years later, when I had some questions that I was being asked about our accounts receivable at the time, and I took it back to the department, I said, you know what? I'm going to tell everybody what they said. And I don't have anyone who wants to be on my side. I'll leave now. Why am I going to put in all this effort if no one else wants to help? And so I told them the truth. I said, look, we've done good work, but they want more. And they've put a time limit on it. And they pretty much have said we could do whatever we want to as long as we can reach that goal. I want to know if you guys are up for it. If you're not, let me know now. I'll go in there, pack up my stuff, and I'll go home. And they didn't want to. Now, like I said, I could have hidden it. I could have just mandatory given overtime. I could have done a whole lot of other things. But I thought that everyone needed to know. I was going to be honest about it. That's just how I've always lived. That's how I've always worked my life. I've never taken credit for the work anyone else has ever done because that's dishonest. So, once again, there's the question. It's a two-part question. Do you want to be a leader who got the position because you lied? And do you want to be an employee who works for a liar? That's all I got today. My name is Mitch Mitchell. Let me know your thoughts. Y'all take care.